everybody. It's Lord Tremendous here again. Got another battle report here for you. Game number 3 of the ALAMO GT 2013. This is the last game of the day, and it was against, I ran into an Empire player. It was Lord Tremendous, that's me, versus Arc Lector Coors Light of the Empire. And the reason I call him that is because he gave me beer, and they were Coors Lights, and I was happy. Yay! The scenario for this one was Save the Keg. And basically, after deployment, you chose a core unit and nominated it to carry the keg. And it carried the keg. That was pretty much it. That's where you kept your beer. As long as that unit had that keg, it was stupid and was stubborn for the game. If it lost the keg by getting destroyed, ran off the table, broke from combat, whatever. If it ever fled, it was gone. So, yeah. Bottom line is this scenario entailed drinking. If you and your opponent both agreed to it, you could bid a number of beers, however many beers you wanted. And however many beers you bid is how much bonus you got to rolling for sides and rolling to go first. I'm not a heavy drinker. I try not to drink because when I get drunk, I get excited. And that's not good. So I only bid 1 beer just to keep in the spirit of the game. My opponent bid 3, and he had like a cooler full of beer next to him, so he was good to go. And that was probably one of the cooler things about the tournament. Halfway through the game, he starts offering me beer, and I can't help it. I've got to take it because it was delicious. And yeah, it was a lot of fun actually. But again, just something else that the TOs did to really make this GT stand out, you know. And it, like I said, it's the little things, but it was a lot of fun. It was very cool, and yeah, I got to get tipsy. So yay! Here's my army list. It's a GT list. If you've seen it once, you've seen it 1,000 times. I had my Demon Prince, Lord Tremendous. He was Mark Zinch, level 4 Wizard, Chaos Armor with Wings, Charm Shield, Dragonbane Gem, Other Trickster's Shard, the Demon Blade, Soul Feeder, Scaled Skin, and Laura Metal. My hero choices were the Exalted Hero, Tardum, the Herald of Zinch. He had the Mark of Zinch. He was my BSB. He was on a demonic mark that was barded. He had a great weapon, Talisman of Preservation, Poisonous Slime, and was the Third Eye of Zinch. My Chaos Sorcerer, Ashigus the Muse, had the Mark of Slaanesh. He was a level 2 Wizard. He was on his Steed of Slaanesh, the Slickness. He had an Enchanted Shield, Luckstone, Skullikatam, Ruby Ring of Ruin, and used the Lore of Slaanesh because it kills people. My core choices were a unit of 24 by Chaos Warriors with the Mark of Zinch, full command, hand weapon shield, and a banner of eternal flame. I had a unit of 5 Chaos Warhounds with poison attacks, 5 Marauder Horsemen with the Mark of Slaanesh, band of musicians, spears, shields, and throwing axes. Not that they ever used any of that because they suck. And 2 Chariots, 1 Mark Zinch and 1 Mark Slaanesh, the Slaanesh one, of course, being Orcish Elegance. My special choices were my unit of 5 by Hellstriders, the Pleasure Riders, with band of musicians, spears, and shields. My Chimera, Trifiction! with poison and regen. And of course, the one, the only, my Mutalith Vortex. I love my beast. My opponent's list was as follows. He had an Arc Lector as his general. He had a great weapon, the Armor of Meteoric Iron. Meteoric, it was a meteor that they made the armor from. Yeah, and then they screwed up the word because, yeah, I don't know why. He had a Luckstone and the Crown of Command. He had a Battle Wizard Lord who was a level 4 with a Power Stone, Opal Amulet, and used the Lore Shadow. His heroes were a Captain of the Empire on a Pegasus. He had the Sword of Striking, the Dragon Helm, and the Dawnstone. He had another Captain of the Empire who was his BSB. He had an Enchanted Shield and the Talisman of Preservation. And he had a level 2 Battle Wizard with the Dispel Scroll, the Obsidian Trinket, the Iron Curse Icon, and the Laura Light. He also had a Master Engineer with the Ruby Ring of Ruin. His core choice was a huge brick of 48 halberdiers with full command and 2 detachments of 20 halberdiers, one on each side. His special choices were 2 great cannons, 2 units of 3 Demigryph riders with musician and unit champion, and his rare choices were a Celestial Hurricanum and the Hellblaster volley gun. And really, that's all he needed. These are my spells: 4 from Metal, 2 from Slaanesh, 1 from the Ruby Ring of Ruin. And these are my opponent's spells, 4 from Shadow and 2 from Light. Here's deployment. As you can see, he did a denied flank. He threw everything over on his left flank, my right. And it threw me off a little bit because he threw out his demigryphs first, so my Chimera and my dogs and everything like that are a little out of place. Then he placed his halberdier unit down, and I threw everything over into the side because I'm not overly afraid of halberdiers, so I figured as long as I can get past his cannons and his hellblaster, I should be good to go. Here's his center, and there's basically his 2 units of demigryph knights. And his left flank, starting from the right, there's his captain on a Imperial Pegasus, his Hellblaster volley gun, 1 detachment of halberdiers. Behind them is a great cannon. Right next to the great cannon is his Celestial Hurricanum, and right next to the cannon, kind of hard to see because of the trees and stuff like that, is his second great cannon. That big old mess of guys right there is his unit of halberdiers, and he's got pretty much every character on foot in there, with the exception of one caster, his Laura Light caster, who's in the second unit, second detachment of halberdiers that are to the left of the big brick of halberdiers. So yeah, it was a very simple but effective setup. Here's my right flank. There's my Marauder Horsemen. Behind them is the Beast, followed by the Warriors and both my chariots. My center has my BSB, my dogs, my Demon Prince, and my Chimera. Meanwhile, my left flank has the Hellstriders with Ashicus, and they're just trying to slip up the flank and, just try to harass a little bit. I should have probably sent them out to the cannons. Hindsight's 2020. So here's top of 1 after movement, and as you can see, even though my opponent got +4 to go first, he rolled a 2 and I rolled a 6, and I had +1. So I got to go first. Yay! And it didn't matter. But yeah, my Marauder Horsemen run up to get in the way of the Imperial Guard thing, or the Imperial Pegasus thing, basically just to keep him out of flying around, or give me a shot at the Hellblaster if he doesn't just flat out kill my Marauders. And everything else just ran up. Nothing happened whatsoever in the magic phase or the shooting phase, so we went into the bottom of 1 after movement, and as you can see, there has been some. He did not want to charge my Demon Prince with his Demigryph Riders, which makes sense. So he charged my BSB, which, yeah, I wasn't surprised, but I get surprised later. Other than that, his Imperial Pegasus guy, he charges the Marauder Horsemen, who are just going to die like the worms that they are. Better picture of Demigryph Riders slamming into my BSB. And a better picture of my Marauders getting ready to do what they do best, and that's face down, ass up. During his magic phase, he gets Shem's Burning Gaze off on Trifection and puts 2 wounds through on him. It's like, oh, damn it. And then he gets Pit of Shades off on the Beast, and there's nothing I can do about it. The Beast takes an initiative check and fails to make it, and he gets sucked into the pit. Yep. Then he gets Foz protection off on his Demigryph Riders that are in the fight with the BSB. However, the resulting miscast gets a whole bunch of halberdiers killed, and his Laura Lightcaster is now half dead. So, yeah, I got a little something out of this magic phase at least. Meanwhile, the Pegasus guy is able to just rape 3 of my guys, kills them no problem. They break, they run, and although he pursues off the table, he gets them no problem, and that's fine. I hate Marauders. I absolutely hate them. In combat, I actually do a boatload of wounds to this guy, but he's got that 1-up armor save that becomes a 5-up armor save. That's right, a 5-up armor save. I do 4 wounds to him, and he makes 3 out of the 4 armor checks, no problem with his Pegasus. So I only do 1 wound. His charge to my wound and banner, I win. They're steadfast. They don't go anywhere. So yeah, it's like, oh wow, he's making armor saves like a boss. What am I gonna do? So we go to top of 2 after movement, and I realize that I need to try to bail my BSB out as soon as possible so the Chimera and a Chariot slam into the Demigryph Knights, and I think that should be enough, right? That should do it. Meanwhile, my Demon Prince goes into the other unit of Demigryph Knights because I'm pretty confident in his ability there, and I don't want to catch any more cannons. And the Hellstriders run up to try to get a hold of his cannons and start doing some stuff. Meanwhile, the Warriors move up because during this game, we completely forget about the kegs. My Warriors have mine. His big brick of halberdiers has his. I have no concept whatsoever of stupidity or stubborn until 2 or 3 days later when it occurs to me. That's about it. Yeah, neither of us think about it. Right here, like I said, I'm just gonna try to murder this unit with points, and that was the plan. And with the Demon Prince and the Demigryph Riders, I was pretty confident that I could take them. Right here, yeah, I don't know what the deal is here. I put tons of wounds into these guys, and he makes all but 2 of his armor saves. Yeah, I'm in a challenge with the BSB and his unit champion because they can't go anywhere now. But oh my god, oh my god, I cannot get wounds through on this guy. I end up winning this combat, but he's still steadfast. He's not going anywhere. Over here is the same thing. The armor is made of raw kryptonite. I do like 1 wound, and that's it. He actually gets a wound through on me. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here, but his armor is literally impenetrable. So here's bottom of 2 after movement, and there's not a whole lot. He just kind of angles around so that I can't charge his cannons with the Hellstriders, which is smart. Other than that, not a whole lot happens. During his magic phase, he gets the Withering off on the Demon Prince, and that sucks, but it's just, at this point, I don't know what to do. Between magic and shooting, he decimates my unit of warriors. And in combat, I'm able to kill off one of the Demigryph Riders. I think I get exactly 3 wounds through, so that's a start, but he gets 2 wounds through on me. And at this point, he starts offering me beer, and I start gladly accepting it because while it's going left field for me quick, this is a cool guy. We're having a lot of laughs. We're enjoying the game. All in all, I can't complain. I just wish that I was rolling better. So yeah, it was still fun though. I got drinks. I got free beer. Yay! Yeah, over here, I don't even know what to say anymore. I don't get anything through. I think I get 1 wound through. The Chimera dies. The Chariot takes a wound. I don't even know what to do anymore. It's got to be the beer. He drugged me. No, he was rolling like this beforehand. The man couldn't roll higher. Couldn't roll any lower than a 6 for his saves. I mean, it was insane. It is what it is, though. And like I said, he was giving me free beer, and he wasn't a jerk about it at all. He was very cool the whole time. So I'm still having a good time. So here we go, top of 3 after movement, and I'm like, screw it. At this point, I'm giggly because of the beer. So I send the Warriors into the Halberdiers. I need a 10 to hit him, and I actually do it. He countercharges with his other detachment. The Hellstriders slam into the detachment of Halberdiers that have taken a bunch of wounds, and that's the ball game. There's the Demon Prince. He's able to get a couple more wounds in during the combat phase there, I think. Over here, I'm actually able to finally kill one of the Demigryphs, but I'm still fighting my little heart out. And I take 2 more wounds on the Chariot. I don't know what to do. He's just beating the tar out of me, let me tell you. And then over here, I lose 5 warriors, but I flub my attacks. 18 attacks, and I don't do anything. Well, I take that back. I think I kill 3 guys. So, yeah, whoop the effing do. I lose this combat by a boatload. A boatload. And I break and get run down. My dice have just completely and totally turned on me. So, we go to bottom of 3. And he charges my chariot, and it's just too much. That's too much. I don't want to deal with that, so I flee. I just don't. This is not going to happen. During the combat with the Hellstriders, I'm able to do a bunch of wounds to that detachment last turn, but they stay. And during this one, his Hurricanum charges into the flank of my Hellstriders, so uh-oh. He gets Enfeebling Foe off on my BSB. There's really nothing I can do about it. I try, I just can't roll higher than a 1. But during combat, a little light happens. I win this combat. I'm able to weather the wounds. He did actually lose 3 of his halberdier guys here. He just didn't pick them up because he knew where it was going. The Hurricanum flees and runs off the table, and the Hellstriders pursue the detachment here and catch him. And so yeah, that's a bonus at least. In combat over here, my BSB is able to do nothing, but my Chariot is able to kill off the final non-unit champion Demigryph Rider. But he dies for his trouble. I think we went Simo or something like that. Either way, I kill 1, he kills my Chariot. I win this combat, but it doesn't matter. So we go to top of 4 after movement. And there's been a little bit, not much. Oh, wait, no, my Hellstriders hadn't broke that unit yet. Sorry, I jumped the gun. Yeah, just keep on grinding here. Over here, my Demon Prince slams back into the Demigryph Rider because last combat, they're the ones that fled. And my Demon Prince didn't catch him, so he goes back in to finish what he started. In combat, my BSB does finally kill off the guy, and I completely forget to roll in the Eye of Gods chart because I'm giggling because of the beer. And my Hellstriders finally do kill off that unit of detachment guys or whatever, and they run into the forest. I don't lose anybody in the forest yet, but you know it's coming. So here's bottom of 4 after movement, and his huge unit of halberdiers slam into the BSB, and that's just too much pressure for him to take. I got to be honest. Other than that, things just kind of move around and get ready to just shoot and kill me. Yeah, there's been a picture of all the halberdiers and the 3 characters hitting my BSB. My Hellstriders weather the shooting phase, and I only take 1 or 2 wounds, so I can deal with that, I suppose. His cannon misfires, which is good, and he can't shoot this turn or next. And in the ensuing challenge, he doesn't do really anything to my BSB. I think he gets a wound through, maybe. I'm not really sure. But I flub, and I flub beautifully. I roll 2 1s and 2 2s to hit, and of course my demonic mount doesn't even bother to try to swing. I mean, he swings, but he doesn't hit anything. I lose this combat by 8. I need snakes to stay. I don't, and I die. I break, and I die. And that just goes to show you that my BSB is not immune. But yeah, it is what it is. So over here, my Demon Prince gets like 8 or 9 attacks off with his Demon Blade. He kills the Demigryph Rider, thank God, but he also kills himself. The Demon Blade kills us both. I like to think that it just literally goes berserker and meat grinders everybody that's in the combat. It is what it is. It's the way that's been going, and at this point he offers me another beer, and I gladly accept it. A toast to the dead Demon Prince, the BSB, and everything else in my army that's dying. So here's top of 5 after movement, and I've got nothing left to do, so I send the Hellstriders into the Hellblaster volley gun. I lose one of my guys because of dangerous terrain, because that's the kind of luck I've been having. And my Chariot slams into the Halberdier unit, because how funny would it have been if I won this combat and he broke and I ran him down? So yeah, there's a go for broke. Why not, right? I can't lose any harder than I already am. And there's the 1 Hellstrider and Ashkus making it into the volley gun. Needless to say, while I do a lot of wounds to him, it's not enough to kill him, and I take 2 wounds for my trouble. Over here, oh, I'm sorry, and I also break and get run down. Sorry. Over here, the Ashkus and the Hellstrider are able to easily kill off the crew of the volley gun and turn to face the Master Engineer. So here's bottom of 5 after movement, and now most of his armies just turn around and try to get a hold of the Hellstriders before they wipe off all of his stuff here. His engineer takes aim and kills off the last remaining Hellstrider. And so we go to top of 6, and Ashkus charges the Master Engineer. And there he is, see? Yay! But yeah, I end up killing off the engineer, no problem, overrunning off the table because I didn't want to get shot or killed or anything like that. And there it is. There's the end of the game. It's a top of 6. So we go to the bottom of 6. The only thing I have left is Ashkus. Everything else has been killed, literally killed. And yeah, so I didn't get tabled. But I might as well have. I can't complain. He was making his saves. He's playing the army the way it was supposed to be played. We forgot about stubborn and stupidity, but both of our units forgot about stubborn and stupidity. So. We didn't. Neither of us even made mention of it during the game. I remembered it the next day. So it is what it is. I'm completely tabled here. He gets the bonus objective because he got my keg. I didn't touch his because there's his unit of halberdiers. They're still fine. So it's a 4-20 loss for me again. But I got free beer out of it, and the guy was a joy to play. So all in all, I still feel like I came out on top. So quick timeout. Banners, banners, banners. Get you some banners. Look at the banners. You want the banners. Send this guy an email. Look him up on Facebook. Get yourself a banner. There's no reason not to, and there's every reason that you should. Get a banner. That's an order. Token time. Get yourself some tokens. Wound counters, magic lore effects, random effects, stupidity, frenzy, whatever. Potion tokens, whatever you can. Send her an email. Tell her what you need. They're dirt cheap and they're solid gold quality. Get a hold of one as soon as you possibly can. But yes, another crushing defeat for Lord Tremendous. It's I'd take 420 there. And you know what? I earned this one. So I lost everything but Ashicus. Every single one of my models, every single one of my units got beat. So it is what it is. Ashicus survived, though, so at least he gets to tell the tale. The Empire ended up losing one Halberd detachment, the Hurricanum, both units of Demigryphs, a cannon, an engineer, and a Hellblaster. So it's not like he walked away unscathed. He was a great opponent, and he gave me free beer. I mean, he started giving me free beer after he started kicking my ass, but hey, he gave me free beer, and he didn't have to do that. He couldn't stop making his 5-up armor saves. I was putting 4 to 8 wounds on him a turn, and his Demigryphs were like, our armor is made of solid kryptonite. Sorry, Superman, not today. But you know what? That's part of the game, and that was an advantage he had, and he took full advantage of it. The Demon Blade finally bit me in the ass hard. It was bound to happen. I knew it would happen sooner or later, and it finally did. I wish it didn't happen during a GT, but things happen, and what can you do, right? I still like the Demon Blade. I'm not taking it out of the list. I really do like it, because 9 times out of 10, it pays off in leaps and bounds. In this situation, I had to pay the price. So it is what it is. Honestly, though, great game. I got a little tipsy, and I had a phenomenal opponent. I have no complaints about this whatsoever. At the end of the day, at the end of day 1, I'm sitting 1-3, but I have 28 battle points. It's not a great start. I wanted to go 4-1 in this one, but right now I'm going the exact opposite. But you know what? I'm having a blast, and I can't complain. It's still a GT, and it's a lot of fun. But yeah, that's going to do it for this battle report, number 48, Game 3 of the ALAMO GT 2013. If you guys have any comments, concerns, questions, or complaints, feel free to send them down into the comment section below. And I'll try to get it back to them as soon as I can. But yeah, guys, thanks.